What's up, snake fans? Dave Palumbo here for Muscle Serpents Daily, and guess what? We're going back into the snake room. We're here in the snake room, I should say, and we're going to check out, number one, a really cool clutch that is hatching out right now, and number two, we are going to see a clutch that was just laid over the course of the day. I want to show you one. It's a special one. It could produce some real cool stuff, or maybe not. And the reason I say that is because I'm not sure of who the dad is. So that's something we're going to talk about a little later, about writing down who the potential parents are of the clutches. Obviously the female is pretty obvious, it's the one who lays the eggs, but is it the male that you put in the beginning of the season? Is it the male you put in the end of the season? Write your data down. Guys, let's check out what's going on. We love to see this. Another clutch of eggs here. That is my Enchi Butter female. One of my first couple snake purchases I made, believe it or not. I always wanted something Enchi, and I just saw it at a reptile show here in Fort Myers. This is before I even lived in Florida. And I picked her up, and she's been a pretty good, once she started breeding for me, it took her a while, but she's been pretty consistent every year. She's sitting on a nice clutch of eggs, I can see. And here's the issue. I bred her at the beginning of the season to a Enchi, which I think it was an Enchi Pinstripe, Red Stripe, I believe Orange Dream. And it produced some amazing babies last year. I started doing it again this year, and then I said, you know what? I'm gonna change my mind. I want to breed her to my Spider Pinstripe Pastel Fire Mandarin, which I think is a Mandarin. I'm trying to prove him out this year. He's spectacular. So I think that's who the father is, the Mandarin. And we'll find out once the babies are born, of course, but you got to put both if you put more than one male in with a female, you have to put down the different possibilities, because believe me, if you don't, it'll be that one, and then you'll be like, what did I breed her to? So I always write down my data because I can't remember anything. There's one little egg out of the pile there. I don't know if it's a good one or not one. We'll handle it with the phone. She's a little defensive, so I'm gonna put this phone down, and we're gonna pull her, wash her off, and check out those eggs. All right. Once again, we check her belly. I show you this every time. And let's check her out. Nice and hollowed out there. She's got no eggs left in her. Beautiful girl. Definitely very depleted, and you'll see why, because she laid a bunch of big eggs and probably took a lot out of her. Well, let's wash her off. She's back in her new clean tub. Nice and washed off. Get those egg smell off her. Hopefully she'll start eating. We got feeding day tomorrow. A lot of times they don't eat the next day, but by next week she'll probably pound a meal. We'll see. We'll give her a little peace and solitude now. So it looks like we have 7 nice eggs there. They're big, plump. You can see that they're still well, they feel pretty hard. She's been laying them all day, toward the latter half of the day, I should say. So they're pretty much ready. They're not really, they look like they could have been a little soft. Sometimes they have those little wet spots on them, but no, they're pretty good. These eggs look good. I'm going to candle them. Hopefully they'll be fertile. They're nice and plump. They're huge eggs. 7 big eggs out of that. I don't even know how they came out of that snake, to be honest with you. That's why she's so depleted looking. Look, I've showed you snakes that are super depleted. I've shown you snakes that don't even look like they laid a clutch. This clutch took a lot out of her. So hopefully there's some spectacular eggs there. Hopefully we got some cool stuff. That's what I'm hoping for. All right, there we go. 7 really good eggs. All have embryos and veins in them. You know, it's funny, but whatever this marble, I call it marbly looking part of the egg is, it's slightly a thicker shell than I normally see, so it was hard to almost see sometimes the embryos, because it's I don't know, the shell was just, it had like an opaqueness to it that was hard to see through even with the light. So but I was managed to see all the embryos and all the veins in there, so we're all good. These should be 7 good eggs from what I can see, and hopefully we'll get some cool Mandarin stuff. That's what I'm really hoping for. We have a lot of genes at play here, so it'll be interesting to see the different combinations we make. What you're going to find is that we really don't know anything. what you're going to find is that we really know nothing about anything. We see a nice normal looking ball python here. That's not normal. That's either yellow belly or it's asphalt. In my experience with working with this freeway gene, these freeway combinations I should say, which is the asphalt yellow belly, everyone says it's impossible to tell. I'm starting to think that I can tell. The yellow belly is much more prevalent in terms of, you can see it has a clear belly, it has blushing down there. This has got to be asphalt, okay? Because this is not a yellow belly. I think I would call this an asphalt. It's amazing that that's all we hit on this. The breeding, I'm gonna give you a quick flash. Whoa, look at that. The breeding was a high intensity orange dream Enchi yellow belly female that was bred by a masterful male that I produced. Super Enchi orange dream Mardi Gras, okay? Which is the yellow belly and asphalt gene. So I was trying to hit on some possible super Enchi, super orange dream, you know, freeways, or if you want to call them Mardi Gras, whatever. Let's see what we produced. Now the problem whenever you do any kind of like breeding to a yellow belly female, you could possibly produce ivories, which are super yellow belly. So you're gonna get a lot of super yellow bellies, and then you don't know what else is in there. So that's the only negative about doing a clutch like this. And we got a bunch of them. We got a bunch of really nice ones. They're all gonna be Enchi because the daddy was a super Enchi. So we got 3 Enchi ivories, which are nice snakes in the own, and they all look a little different. Look how orange these guys look. These two look really orange, which tells me they're probably orange dream Enchi ivories. The ivory is a cool leucistic because you can kind of still see some stuff coming through on it. It doesn't hide everything. Like a super firewood, for instance. Super fire, it's really hard to tell. So we have Enchi, we definitely have orange dream in there. And then of course we have super yellow belly. Now we go to the other snakes, as I call them. Now, this one is interesting. I don't even know what this is. I have no idea what this is. This could be a single copy orange dream, but it's like almost like a beige-ish color. Likewise, if you look at this snake here too, they're both kind of like a little off colored. So we know they're Enchi. We know that they're at least yellow belly or asphalt. I don't know what else they are. You know, we don't really know if the high intensity gene is connected to orange dream or if it's not. I'm wondering if this would be like a high intensity, like yellow belly or asphalt. Because I don't know what else it could be. I mean, it doesn't look orange dreamish to me. It almost looks like an axanthic. Like, it's weird. It just has this enhanced look to it. And I'm wondering if that's the high intensity gene right there. That when you combine that with orange dream, you get magnificence. So that's a theory of mine. I want to show this to Ozzy, see what he thinks. Hopefully he'll look at this video. I could be completely 100% wrong though. Now, here's a really nice looking snake we produced. This I would bet would be a super orange dream, and it's either yellow belly or asphalt. This looks more yellow belly because it's got a clear belly. So I would go with super orange dream yellow belly on that one. Really nice snake in and of its own. I mean, that's who wouldn't want to have that snake? And this one would be, I think, a single copy orange dream. So this would be orange dream Enchi. Oh, this has Enchi too. So this is orange dream Enchi, yellow belly or asphalt. This would be, who knows what that is. This could be, I guess this is orange dream Enchi, yellow belly or asphalt. And then we produced 2 awesome ones. This one right here is the Mardi Gras we hit on, which is the yellow belly asphalt with, I believe, the orange dream. I don't know if it's super, I don't think it's super Enchi. It doesn't want to cooperate. I would think it's, I'm calling it a high intensity orange dream Mardi Gras freeway. I find that the high intensity ones have a lot more white on their bellies. Pretty sure That's what this is. Pretty cool, right? And then the creme de la creme of the litter. This is my crowning achievement, I think, of everything I've ever produced. I have to call this Super Enchi, I think, Super Orange Dream Freeway, or Mardi Gras, whatever you want to call it. So it's the Enchi asphalt with the Super Orange Dream, Super Enchi, and I think it's high intensity. Because I've never seen anything like this. So this, I think this contains everything right here. I think this contains that high intensity Orange Dream, this high intensity gene with the Super 2 copies of the Orange Dream. I don't know, it looks like it's 2 copies of Enchi too, because of the way the head is kind of pinched off here, but it's not completely pinched off. So I'm on the fence whether it's Enchi or Super Enchi, but it's definitely got at least 1 copy of Enchi. But that's definitely Super Orange Dream high intensity Mardi Gras. So that's definitely a world's first right there, I would guess. Once again, we're in uncharted territory here, and I'm gonna have to figure this out. These things have to shed a couple times and grow a little bit. I'm not letting anything go until I figure out what this stuff is. But this thing is exquisite. That thing is mind-boggling, as you can see. And this thing is my biggest, I don't know what that is. This could be the missing link right here. This could be the high intensity gene that we have yet to isolate. Who knows though? I could be completely off base, because it doesn't look, I know there's Enchi in there, but it doesn't, that's not just pure Enchi. And of course there's yellow belly or asphalt in it, but I don't think Enchi asphalt or Enchi yellow belly is gonna just look like that. I think it's gonna look more like this. This thing is really light. I don't know what this is. This is not Orange Dream, because this is Orange Dream Enchi. And that's Super Orange Dream Enchi. Obviously yellow belly or asphalt, which is everything. So we got a lot to figure out here. I hope you guys are enjoying the mystery as much as I am, and if you have any theories, hit me up. Contact me, I'm open to suggestions. This is a fun clutch here on a Saturday afternoon. It's about to rain here in Cape Coral, Florida. That's it, that's good, because all the trees and all the bushes, everything needs some rain. So we're gonna wrap this thing up right now. All right, guys, that's it. It started early this morning, this video. It's ending very late at night. Hey, I gotta get in here sometimes a couple times a day, especially when you have eggs being laid, boas being birthed. You gotta be here. You gotta check your room. You know, I got a lot going on. I gotta wait till the kids go to bed, but you gotta get in here somehow, and I'll always sneak over here and take a look and make sure there's no eggs on the ground and make sure there's no babies being born, because you know, sometimes things go wrong. If you leave them too long, the eggs can dry out. The boa babies can, you know, they don't come out of the sack, or they need some help, you know, and they could die, or the mother could lay on them. So you don't want to leave stuff laying around too long. Although in nature, you know, the snakes take care of the babies, right? But hey, we got these things in tubs, you know, artificial environment. Can be dry sometimes in the snake room. Things dry out really quickly. The first thing I do with baby boas, or obviously the eggs that get laid by the pythons, is we put them in an incubator in a very moist environment, in an egg box that has a lot of moisture. So that's important. The eggs, obviously we don't want to get them wet, but the boa babies can get wet, and you want to have moisture there. That's how they hydrate. You know, they're not drinking out of a water bowl when they're first born. And that's just the way it goes. So hopefully you guys are enjoying all the information and all the exciting stuff that's going on in this 2020 breeding season. Hopefully you're all staying safe at home. Guys, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, hit the like button. We'll see you back tomorrow morning.